EDD is finally accepting applications from the rest of us Californians that didn't qualify for regular unemployment insurance benefits. And I'm referring to the business owners, the people that are self-employed, independent contractors, gig workers, rideshare drivers, actors, dancers, people with reportable income and without. Now, I'm happy to share that I was able to submit my application this morning. In fact, I had to set my alarm and get up at 6:30. I did one eye closed, but I got it done. I also was able to do a screen grab of the process so I could point out some areas that I think that some people might find a little confusing. But before we get there to my tips and all that stuff, I'm gonna hit y'all with that fresh disclaimer. Now that we got that out the way, here we go. Yes, the website has been lagging and unresponsive all day long. I urge you to keep trying to advance through the process, even if it times out on you, because the governor stated that these claims will be paid out quickly, so it's best to get it done sooner than later. Each time the website timed out on me, I just refreshed the page. I would hit the save button when the save button would come up, just so I would keep having to go through the same process over and over. I did try signing in later on this evening and check on my son's application, and everything seemed fine. So late evenings and early mornings are probably best in this case. Now, I was surprised to see that they're essentially using the same website to file these claims. I don't know what it was, but something made me think they were going to use a whole new website, but they're not. And that's going to be confusing to some of us, especially those of us that already tried to file a UI claim. Now, if you haven't signed up for benefits at all, this process should seem pretty straightforward. But for those who did sign up for the UI benefits, it kind of feels like Groundhog Day. In fact, I thought I was doing something wrong until I saw that the system actually had prompted me for questions and had pre-filled answers for my previous claims. So at least felt like the information's popping up. So something is clicking here, and I'm supposed to be in this in this menu or not. If you've already applied for UI benefits, you can use the same login to get in there and hit file new claim. In an earlier video, I shared an example of people that filed for EDD but are actually eligible for PUA. Now, if you received a notice of unemployment insurance award showing 0 benefits, and you know that you're self-employed or an independent contractor, and you didn't appeal the decision on your UI claim, you can apply over here. If you file for UI and receive a notice of status of wages stating that you don't have enough earnings to qualify for benefits and your benefit was 0, you can apply for PUA. Now, if you try to appeal for either process, you shouldn't apply because they're already going through a process on the other side. If you apply for regular UI benefits and you know that you're an independent contractor, you haven't had any employee wages reported in the past 18 months, and you haven't heard from EDD, then you should apply for PUA as well. If you're not sure if you should apply or not, you can watch my other video to see if you're eligible. I went down the list of all the different things that was on the website and kind of explained it in a way I think that's kind of easier for you to understand. You need to know this information to finish the application, so it might be helpful to look at it. But I mean, at the same time, there are tool tips and things like that that can help you through the process. Another thing I noticed is that the disaster question has been updated. Last week, it didn't have the COVID-19 in that drop-down box, and I actually didn't check that. So whatever you do, please make sure you answer that correctly, and if you haven't, that might be why they haven't gotten back to you. I've actually saw some people on the internet saying that they didn't check that box, and that may affect the processing time on your claim. Another thing that's different about the application is that you must check why you qualify for pandemic unemployment assistance. In my previous video, I went over several scenarios of how you might qualify, And if you're not sure, you can still select the tooltip and read through the choices and select the situation that best describes your predicament. Eligible applicants can get a minimum of $167 per week plus an extra $600 through the Federal CARES Act. The governor stated that the PUA applicants should experience quick processing times and payment turnarounds. Those who already have the EDD debit card should receive their payments in only 2 days, but for others, it will typically be about 5 to 7 days. So, if you have any questions about this process, please let me know in my comments. If you know of a person, a group of people that need this information or have questions about some of the things that I brought up, please just copy this link and paste it and just share the information. I've produced these videos not only for my channel, but for the Rideshare Guy channel, and it's just surprising how many people don't know what's going on, but we are here trying to at least share what we know. So help distribute these videos so that we can educate the masses and kind of calm folks down, because as long as you do this process, you'll get something out of it. You will. And it will be backdated to the date that you can prove you were displaced. And for a lot of us, that began in March. And to add, for people whose hours were reduced, you can still qualify for compensation while you work your other job. And so there's a ton more information on that. I'm going to link the other video to this because it kind of goes into who qualifies, and some people still don't know they qualify. I know this because I see the questions over and over and over again. Again, if you haven't seen that video, check it out. It's pretty quick. But share either one of these with any forums that you belong in, any Twitter groups, any offline, groups you might have amongst friends, your support system, what have you. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much. And if you have any other topics or things that you want me to look up, let me know. I'll either provide an answer here on this channel or my weekly segment that I produce on the Rideshare Guy channel that takes place every Saturday morning. Yeah. All right. I'm glad to say that we're here. I'm glad to see that people are going to start getting more relief, and then folks can kind of like just really chill and we can beat this thing, right? Take care, guys. Have a great night. Bye.
Something about the way you talk now.